Thanks for logging on to MyFoxHurricane.com. So we're still watching these areas out into the central and the eastern Atlantic as we're watching that one tropical wave move off the coastline. It looks like conditions will be favorable, that we're going to see some development, but both of these areas, it's going to take time. This is not going to be a quick spin up by any means. We're watching this one area of disturbed weather just to the, say, south and southeast of the Windward Islands. That's going to continue to track on to the northwest, moving up into the Caribbean. And it does look like conditions will be favorable, that we could see some development with that as we go through the next few days. You can see really not a whole lot with it, but we do have an upper level low associated with it. You have this large area of convection, and then here's that tropical wave, which is working its way off the coastline, and a number of computer models indicating some of these waves moving off the coastline. It's going to be something that we have to watch as we go through the next few days, because some of these may start to get a little bit stronger. So it's still a long, long ways off. Obviously, we're just talking about a wave just now coming off the coastline. So plenty of time to watch that to see if anything indeed does develop. Now, another area that we are watching is in the Western Caribbean. Remember, this time of the year is pretty much fair game anywhere across the tropical Atlantic, into the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico. So you look right here, you can see that upper level low spinning there. You can see just kind of a disturbed area with lots of convection. This is going to continue to work its way onto the west. And we've seen this a couple of times now. They move over the Yucatan over into the Bay of Campeche. And it looks like by the time that gets there, we'll have some light wind shear and conditions will be favorable once again, that we could see some development. So watch this on the Fox model. We've got two areas we have to focus in. We've got to watch this area here, Western Caribbean, and then you also have this other area to the southeast of the Windward Islands. We'll go ahead and put it into motion, and as we head towards Friday here, we're seeing this moving up into the Caribbean. Still doesn't look like it is certainly developed at this point, but we're seeing some convection, and it still has some time. It's got plenty of warm water, light wind shear, so conditions are favorable out ahead of this system, that we could see additional development. And then here's this other one moving over into the Bay of Campeche. And as we go through time, there you're seeing more energy getting associated with this, and we may actually start to see something developing western, southwestern Gulf into the Bay of Campeche. Have to watch that pretty closely. And then here's the other system, which continues to work its way on towards the west, moving through the Caribbean. So really a couple of areas closer in. And then obviously we're also watching those waves way, way out into the Atlantic. Remember, we are heading towards that peak of the hurricane season where you traditionally see most of your activity. We're kind of in that area, that zone right now, but the peak of the season being September 10th. And we're going to keep you updated right here on MyFoxHurricane.com.